Wow, this play is amazing! Really inviting to the audience, very well written. This is the play I want you to see. Terrible, just terrible.
This is Doppio Replay with your host Kasper Jan.
With some great guests. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I was a little late.
Yeah, you're a bit late.
You already started the recording?
Yes, it's running.
Okay, right now.
Yes, so you can.
Hello everyone,
Start.
welcome to Doppio Replay. This is the third episode, and well, we're glad you're all watching. I would like to invite my guest Thomas, but he was here already. The early bird gets the worm, is what they say.
Yes, and the late bird. Well.
Oh. Look at that. Gotta take good care of my guests, huh? Okay, so, welcome to Doppio Replay. Today we are going to talk about two new plays, starting with Kutstuk. Kutstuk was a very impressive play, in my opinion. It really left an impression on the audience. There were people in the audience crying. There were
Right. Yeah. Well, as you know, I was in the play, and
yes, you were in Kutstuk.
Because-
Can you tell us a little something about the process?
well, I do. Just so, as you know, the play is about magic, and I do have
about magic,
something. Well, it's one of the themes. There are multiple
you do a card trick, right?
themes in the
You-
play, and one of the.
You do a card trick in the play, right? Yeah, but how did you come up with all of these heavy subjects?
So this is an ordinary deck of cards. You can inspect them. You can shuffle them.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Okay, so Kutstuk was a heavier play. We'll get to that later. But Kutstuk was a heavier play. How did you manage to incorporate these themes without, like exposing yourself too much as a player?
Are you happy with the deck now? Are you convinced that it's entirely shuffled?
I think Kutstuk has brought some awareness to people who were not really familiar with some of the harsh realities of life. Think of depression, burnouts, monsters breaking into your home, like burglary. Yeah. So are you satisfied with the message that you deliver to your audience?
I'm very happy, especially because sometimes some things in life get underappreciated, right? Yeah. So why don't you just pick a card from here?
Can I?
No. Well, just say stop.
So for Kutstuk, like I said, I was really impressed, and that lands me to the conclusion that I am going to give Kutstuk 5 stars.
Yeah, for me as well, 5 stars.
Great. Okay. Let's continue to the next play.
Just name any number between
No,
1 and 52.
we've done Kutstuk now.
Yeah, but I've prepared a card trick.
Can we do that like after the show?
Well, I thought it would be fun for the audience to.
I don't
Maybe
know.
see a little.
I mean, when you see card tricks on video, they always seem staged because you can edit and stuff.
Yeah, but this is a very visual, and we didn't pre-negotiate anything in advance, right? You had them in.
The next play is called Die deze, daar, deze. Okay, for the English people, it's a little bit of a complicated name because it. Anyways, die dat.
It's yes,
Die dat deze, die deze, die
It's the die dat.
die
dat
die dat.
die dat.
Die dat. Die dat.
die dat. Da. Na de.
Nee. Is deze part like? Do we say it? It's in between brackets.
I think so.
Okay. Right. So this was actually a play. There is a lot of content to talk about here. There is really a lot to talk about.
The players knew what they were getting into.
Yeah.
Right. This everything was set up and premeditated. Like this wasn't the first time, and
Like-
you could see that.
They had the rehearsals beforehand.
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah. And that was actually visible in the play.
Okay.
And
yeah.
like they had a surgical precision, like the term operating theater that
Yeah,
might
yeah.
be. It's almost like a joke, but it's really this was the operating theater because everything was so precise. It was
Sure. Yeah. The play, of course, had a post-apocalyptic setting. After the start of the play, fun fact: they started out with blanket forts everywhere, which collapsed. Well, it's not a fact really. It's something that I just presume.
there was an implication.
Yeah. There were these
Yeah.
cloth pieces all around. So I think the post-apocalyptic setting, like after the fall of our blanket fort that we call society, how humanity can rise again. And I think they did that post-apocalyptic setting better than most movies, actually.
Yeah, I think that there will be a civil war.
This play was intoxicating in a sense, especially for the front row people, with all the powder
Yeah,
going around and people just...
I'm sure that isn't healthy.
No, but it's also intoxicating figuratively because how involved you would get. And there were these two sides and you would pick a side, like, do I choose red? Do I choose
Right,
blue?
yeah.
You really choose a side.
Yeah, it's like two worlds colliding.
Uh,
And also, it's like these cards, because these cards are red and those cards are blue.
yeah, you want them back,
Just-
by the way? You can.
Well, just hold them for a minute. Just
What was your favorite scene in this play?
I liked the scene where they had coins.
Oh, yes, dividing those coins among the players,
Yes.
really reminds me of Christmas at home, where my father would just like toss all of the coins he saved over the last year onto the floor, and you would just jump right in there, with all the grandchildren and my nephews and nieces, and we would all just get on our knees and fight for those coins. So good memories. I don't know if that's also what that scene represents, but for me it's the real Christmas spirit,
Yes, and so I'd like to give this play 5 stars for me.
5 stars. That is a good rating. And you know what? I think I'll join you I think I will give it 5 stars as well.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. So then,
I think that brings us to the end of the episode.
well, I do have. So this is an ordinary deck of cards. You've seen them.
You
Could
know,
you please?
The episode is already quite long. So, dear viewers, thank you so much for watching. This was the 3rd episode of Doppio Replay. I'd really like to thank my
Kasper.
guest Thomas and Hollander.
Kasper, I've prepared the trick. This takes time, right? It's not something you just. This is not an impromptu trick. I've been here for half an hour. There's a card in this orange. The 3 of clubs. The people want to see a trick.
Please don't come back.
I won't. I won't come back. Keep the orange.
Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next week when we'll have a new guest on the show.